Alright, good evening. As I sit here with no camera plugged in. That's better. Hey Jared, I can do PayPal. I do pretty much anything, whatever floats your boat. But apparently type. There's a PayPal link. Alright, thanks Ron. Auto or bust there for Simon. I think that's all he's got in here is a auto. And thanks Jared. Alright, the list should be updated here on the left. Alright. Get the hands cleaned off here and we'll get started. Yeah, thanks, Jared. Hey, 3 boxes, Chrome Hobby. See if we can end our Sunday on a good note here. Back over so I can see it. Later this week on eBay, I think Wednesday, Thursday, well, midweek sometime, there's a 4 or 5 box light I got posted. It'll be my first lights I've been able to open up since they've been trickling them to me. Those interest you. Hopefully it'll be a little cheaper than this. All the F1 portraits will come sleeved and top loaded at shipping. I'll probably glaze over a bunch of them during the break just to keep things moving. I thought I'd mention that. Just because I know I get questions every now and then. A little late today, so this will be out for sure on Tuesday. I don't want to guarantee anything tomorrow, just because I'm dragging tired already. I don't know. Alright, here we go. First pack out of the box. LeClaire, Lando, Samaya, and Liam Lawson on the refractor. There will be a recap at the end as well. Nikita, Lewis, podium for Lewis. And Jeremy Samaya, purple checkered out of 199. $96 out of 199 there for Jeremy. Travis, congrats on that. Now that I made it blurry for you. Here's the podium for Lewis. Next up, we got a Yuki Freshest, Vettel, Yuri Vips, and Lewis Hamilton, 61. Moving on, Raikkonen, Lewis in the car, Lando in the car, and Danny Ricciardo, driver of the day, Tuscany, on the refractor. Man, feels so long ago that he was in a Renault. Alright, Mazepin, freshest. Lewis, Esteban Ocon, 61, and a Kimi Raikkonen, purple green. Kimmy, Nick, congrats on that. Binotto, Vettel, Deruvula, and Lewis with a Ferris wheel refractor. Then we got Sato, Lewis celebrating, James Key, and a redliner for Verstappen. Next up is a Sainz portrait. Resta, Marcus Armstrong, and Yuki, 61. And that is part of the car there with the antenna. Up here by the wheel. Alright, pack 9. Bottas, Lance Stroll, Zendelli, upside down, and James Key on the refractor to get us halfway through box number 1. Alright, here we go, second half. Gasly, Christian Horner, Robert Schwartzman, and a red liner for Leclerc. No, it's early, but anybody got anything for him this year? Verstappen, driver of the day, Hungary, Latifi, Checo, and Latifi again on the 61. Next up, Ocon, Verstappen, Bottas, and Viscal on the refractor. And we got Ricardo, Nannini, podium for Ocon, and a redliner gold wave for Mr. Hamilton. So be out of 50 once I'm done fighting with the sleeve. Mark, congrats. $18 out of 50 there for Lewis. And then Ocon here on his podium. Man, we got back-to-back with an orange. Egginton. Kimi Räikkönen. Vettel on the podium. And the orange is for Marcus Armstrong. Orange wave out of 25. Marcus tonight. Tevin. Congrats. Couple nice packs back to back. Alright, then we got Bottas, Capito, Christian Lundgaard, and Pierre Gasly, 61. Ocon, Verstappen portrait. Zoe on the refractor. And another nice Lewis here. Checkered flag for Lewis Hamilton. Got most of the buy-in chipped off right away. No numbers, but one per box on the checkers. And a Lewis keeps coming. Portrait for Lewis. Seb, Petikoff, and Dan Ticktum on the redliners. Base. And then we got an Alonso Giovinazzi. Lewis and Vettel, 61 to wrap up the first box. Nice flurry of cards here at the end. number 2. And here we go. Leclerc, Raikkonen, Mercedes Group Hug, and Viscal on the refractor. Vettel. And again, Daruvula and Daletta on the red liner. Mr. Horner, Lewis in a car again, another Lando in a car, and Valtteri Bottas on the throwback. And we have Fernando Schumacher, Christian Lundgaard, and a red liner for Yuki. Fernando Alonso, Resta, Lewis, and George Russell on the refractor. Then we got Leclerc, James Key, David Beckman, and a podium for Ocon. Kimi, portrait, Lewis, Stroll, and Latifi. Pack number 8 gives us a Yuki Freshest, another Max portrait, Liam Lawson, and Roy Nissany on the refractor. And then number 9 out of box 2, Vettel, Boschung, Lando Norris, throwback, and Mattia Binotto, purple out of 399. Mattia, Jason, 15 out of 399. Congrats. All right, we are halfway through box 2 and the break. Alright, here we go. Second half of 2. Gasly, Marcus Armstrong, Verstappen, Refractor, and Carlos Sainz on the portrait checkered. Congrats on that, Tom. Then we got Max, Lewis with the Ferris wheel, podium for Gasly, and George Russell, purple, in car form. $380 out of $399 for George. Congrats on that, Chris. Then we got Yuki hanging out in the car, Latifi, Zendelli, and Giovinazzi on the throwback. Verstappen, looking all happy. A little bit happier in that one. Daniel Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon on the refractor. Gasly, Giovinazzi, Russell, and a orange red for Lewis Hamilton, Belgian winner. Another nice Lewis. Congrats, Mark. No numbers on these, but I think they're pretty rare. Every time I see them, I was going to look and see what the print run was on them. Maybe 100 less. All right, next pack, Albon, Sebastian Vettel, a refractor for Nassani, and a purple out of $399 for Lando. $333 out of $399. Congrats there, David. All right, next up, Ocon, Mazepin, Sergio Perez, and a podium for Lando Norris. Now we got Lewis, Lando, Nannini, and Verstappen for the next pack. And the last out of 2 is a Lewis, Capito, Piastri, and Sebastian Vettel, redliner. And with that, we have 1 to go. Hopefully we get our auto out of this box. It'd be a bummer to go through 3 of them and not see at least one auto. Alright, here we go. Box number 3. Gasly. Seidel. Marcus Armstrong and Teo Porcher on the red liner. Then we got Max, Bottas, Russell, and Giovinazzi, 61. Yuki's and Delhi. Vettel on the refractor. And Marcus Armstrong on the checkered. Marcus has had a nice break. Again, congrats, Tevin. Then I got Verstappen, Lando, and another Ocon podium. Is it though, Ron? It's Panini. They love their redemptions. Leclerc, Lando, Beckman, and Latifi. Kimi on a portrait, Lewis, Stroll portrait, and Gasly on the refractor. Then we got a Yuki freshest with another Max portrait. We got about 1 out of box here, 1 per box. Lawson and Sebastian Vettel. Podium. Lewis, Latifi, Russell, throwback, and a purple Max Verstappen. $287 out of $399 for Max. Congrats on that, Chris. And then we have Gasly, Giovinazzi, Piastri, and a refractor Lewis to get us halfway through box 3. All right, last little bit. Man, no autos. That's disappointing. All right, here we go. Second half of 3. Alonso, Schumacher, Christian Lundgaard and Daniel Ricciardo. Then we got Lewis, Russell, Porsche on the refractor, and Max Verstappen with the photo variation. Congrats on that, Chris. Break up the Lewis Love Fest up here. Somehow, some way. All right, Gasly, Mick, Petikoff, and a Redliners for Carlos Sainz. It isn't Ron if you got F2 and you're banking on an F2 auto. Verstappen, Vettel, Checo, and Ricciardo on the Redliner. But yeah, I get what you're saying on the money wise. All right, Ocon. Another Mazepin, Verstappen, throwback, and the orange-red for Gianluca Petikoff. Dale, congrats. Again, there's no numbers on these guys, but where I have my colored stuff at? All right, next up, Bottas, Danny Ricciardo, Nannini, and Lewis. Throwing a trophy on the refractor. Leclerc, Kimi Räikkönen, Lewis, and Lewis on the podium. This has been one of the better Lewis breaks I've had quantity-wise. Alright, next up, Vettel, Grosjean, Daruvula, and Valtteri Bottas, 61. And our final pack, Christian Horner, Mr. Hamilton, Stroll on the refractor, and a purple Pierre Gasly out of $3.99 to take us home. 170, excuse me, 172 out of $3.99 for Pierre. Congrats there, Tim. And those were our 3 boxes. All right, get a recap going here in no particular order. Again, I appreciate all the bids. I'll do my best to get this out to you no later than Tuesday. So, that said, here we go. Podiums. Lewis, Vettel, Ocon, Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Vettel, Ocon again, and another Lewis. We had one purple flag out of 199, Samaya. Redliners. Ricardo, Sainz, Porsche, Vettel, Sonoda, Deletta, Ticktum, Leclerc, and Verstappen. $61s. Hey, you bet, Mark. Congrats on a hell of a break here. Have a good night. Way to wrap up Easter for you. All right, refractors. Stroll, Hamilton, Porsche, Hamilton, Gasly, Vettel, Nissany, Ocon, Verstappen, Nissany, Russell, Viscal, Zoe, Viscal. Stuck together there with Key, Lewis with the Ferris wheel, Ricardo, and Liam Lawson. Orange and red, Petikoff. And purple-green, Raikkonen. No numbers on those guys. Purple's out of $3.99. Gasly. Binotto. Verstappen. Norris. And Russell. And in our showcase, Marcus Armstrong on a checkered flag. With Carlos Sainz. And Lewis Hamilton. We had a orange-red for Lewis. A gold wave redliner for Lewis out of 50. Marcus Armstrong orange wave out of 25. And a photo variation for Verstappen. So, all right, again, appreciate all the bids. Sorry for a little bit of a late start. I really like to get these going by 9:30 if I can help it. Yeah, midweek, 4 box of light, I think, maybe 5. Can't remember. But yeah, there's a small box of 21 lights on eBay if anybody's interested. But if not, thank you again. Good luck on your next break. Hopefully it's better than this one for you. And we'll see you later. Take care.